If you want to get her email, it's she'saho@ho.com/the802.
Yeah. Okay. Because email addresses now have slashes in them.
Yeah,
I know.
That was going to be my question.
Do you know what's going on here right now?
Are you going to tell me?
You see, everyone who complains about not getting peanuts, guess what, bitch? I'm eating it.
The peanuts arrived.
It's always been here. I've been eating it all this time. Because what? I'm a selfish bitch. So guess what,
Welcome to
bitches?
this week's 802. I am Dan. That is Nick.
With
and we are
peanuts
here
in my
to
mouth.
take you on the ride of your life with nuts in your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Coming at you live not live, but live recording of Nuts in My Mouth.
I think that might end up being the new slogan. The ride of your life with nuts in your mouth.
Nuts
I
in
think
your mouth.
It works.
Nuts in your mouth.
I
nuts
think
in your
it
mouth.
works.
I think
Woo!
it works. How we
Right.
doing? Another week,
Oh.
and we are
I
here.
tell you, babe, whatever mental health issue I have is kicking my ass today.
Do tell.
Woo!
Do tell.
Woo!
Tell the people what's
I mean,
happening with you.
There's not really much to tell, just working, chilling, doing this, and just like, everything's so much harder than it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
Just today. Just occasionally you wake up and like the serotonin levels aren't there.
Yeah.
The dopamine is just chilling in the back like, oh, you don't need me today. I'm like, yes, I do, bitch. Come through.
Yes,
Where are
come
you?
Through. Come through. We love
So,
it.
we're
You'll be
just
fine.
waiting.
You will be fine. So
Yeah, and the issue is that so I've currently got tonsillitis at the same time. Hi, everything's going great over here, which means I can't actually really eat that much. So yesterday I had to I didn't have to, but I chose to have ice cream for dinner, like lunch and dinner. And I'm also like 80% sure I'm lactose intolerant. So I'm just waiting for that to come through. In whatever dramatic fashion it's gonna.
girl,
You know what? Just my body doesn't work. Okay, the brain bit doesn't work. The mouth bit doesn't work.
You know what
Every
happens?
part of it doesn't work.
You know what happens? If you wasn't given the wrong men that wet ass pussy, you would have been fine.
Well, why would that affect my mouth?
Because let me get on the wig.
Why would my tonsil be the moment?
Because
if I was giving out the bus.
because I'm sure when you're giving pussy, you give oral as well. So you clearly sucked a bad.
First of all, we're under the assumption here that this bus is for taking and sharing, which it most certainly is not.
It's like
especially
like a share bag
Yeah.
of chocolate.
It doesn't it just does not happen. It hasn't happened in a
God.
long time, and I can't see it happening for a while unless I meet someone truly special. And let's be honest, ain't none of you truly special. At least for me right now, apparently. So
Coming straight out of the gate this week with the most.
Oh my god! Sorry, I always think I'm just talking to you. Like I'm just talking to my mate. And we're just having a chat. I say some dumb shit.
This is what happens on the 802, and we always have a fun ride. We're giving other people good content in 45 minutes or less or more. You can never tell. Time is of the essence.
You can never tell.
Time is of the essence.
It's always somewhere between 35 minutes and an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So know.
Just strap in and enjoy the ride.
Yeah. Okay. And also, while we're talking about it, I've been having a little look at Apple Podcasts, and I want to say just a big thank you to everybody who has been on and given us a little rating. We've got a few on there.
Yeah.
Now we request 5 stars when we're rated because we love you. We hope you love us and you want to support us. And 5 stars means other people will find us, and the coach gets bigger, and we can go to capacity, and then we get a second coach.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little 1-star rating on there. Just a little 1 star.
Bitter.
Now, I know that I have been requesting a nemesis for a while. And if this 1-star rating wants to be my nemesis, I'm fully down for that. But you're going to have to come out of the woodworks
Yeah.
and let me
Reveal
know who
yourself,
you are.
bitch. Reveal
So we
yourself.
can we can literally get this rivalry started.
Exactly.
Okay. If you're doing it from behind the shadows, like I guess that's good Act 1 thing of like
Yeah.
our rivalry. So like no one knows who you are, got to search you out. But you know,
But we will
let's
find
get
you.
into Act 2 where like you reveal yourself and then like showdown number 1 happens.
Yeah.
That's what I want in life.
There's
But
nothing
anyway,
more.
if you haven't gotten on to Apple Podcasts and left us a little rating, please leave us a rating on there. We would really appreciate it. Also, a review. If you want to put your thoughts into words and just leave a little review, let the girls know what you think about us, why they
Yes.
should come along for the ride as well. We'd love that too. That would be really great.
We love to see it. Also, I don't have no Pacific shout out this week, but I want to thank everyone for getting involved in the listening 802 listening party last week Wednesday. We had such a ball. You know what was really nice? It was nice both interacting with the listeners, and I didn't listen to the podcast until that time as well, so I get to hear everything. So fun fact, I actually don't listen to the podcast until it actually comes out the next day. Like, we don't. Like, when Dan edits and stuff, when you get a podcast, I get it as well. So I have no idea what's going to happen. So I left it all day to listen until 8 o'clock that night. And I had... you know what? I listened back and I was like, we talk some fucking dumb shit. But is dumb shit worth listening? And that's important.
Yeah, these mouths open and things come out, and occasionally things go in. Well, less than occasionally right now, but you know, we do what we do.
Yeah.
So no, the listening party last week was really fun. We got on live afterwards. That was really fun. Which leads me into thing. So on the live, things got just a little messy. There's a little bit of mess thrown out, which I really enjoyed. So starting from next week, we are going to introduce a new segment into the show where me and Nick, you know, we just two young, gay, fun guys, hopefully. But we got our opinions. We hope you want to hear from us. We want things. So what we want to do is we want to ask you to write into us at the802podcast@gmail.com with a little bit of mess. We want mess on the show, right? We want to get into the mess.
Yes.
So
we haven't come up with a name of it yet, but it's called the mess. It's called the messy section for now. So if you want to get involved, just send us an email. We'd be very happy to have you.
It's like the messy section, or like maybe like back of the bus talks. Something. We'll work it out. It'll come naturally, just like whatever the name of.
Let me tell you something.
No, thank you. That's the one. God, gotta get into the branding. Anyway, so if you've got some fun mess that you want to tell us about and you want to essentially just hear our reaction, or if you've got a question that you want a little bit of advice from, just write into the802podcast@gmail.com. Let us know your thing. If you don't want us to say your name out loud, just put that in the front, and we won't.
But also be fearless with the mess. Be fearless with it. Don't hold back, like, because we will gladly say we wouldn't. If you want to be anonymous, totally fine. But we love a good messy situation. So just get involved. Be fearless. Be strong. Own it, and we will gladly say it on air for you.
So. Don't be coming to the back of our bus and not giving us the whole tea.
Exactly.
Okay. I want to know full drama. Don't be hinting at things. Don't be expecting us to understand context. No, I want full drama. I want to know what he did and why he's an asshole for doing it. I want to know every single detail. Put it in there and let us know so that we can let the rest of this bus know, and we can have a good kiki and a cackle together. That's why we're here. That's what we're doing. Exactly. So again, write into the 802podcast@gmail.com with your mess. Throw it in there. And every week we'll go through the inbox, find our favorite, and in our little back of the bus section, or whatever we're going to call it, we'll go through and give that a read out, and then a little laugh and maybe help some folks along the way.
Exactly. We'd be like the gaggany aunt.
Wouldn't it be like, well, if you're a gay uncle, you're a gunkle.
Yeah.
So I guess if you're a gay aunt, you're a gaunt. So it'd be agony gaunts.
Agony gaunts. On the 802, we love it. You know what we could do as well? We could probably dress up as old grannies while we like read it out loud as well. Like this old man said that he doesn't like dick on the 802.
Do you not dress up like an old lady every week?
Shut your fucking mouth. Listen, I am sponsored
That
by
wasn't an insult.
I am sponsored by Matalan, so leave me alone.
Okay, so yes, you do. That's great. Also, Matalan, like you haven't been mentioned in a few weeks.
Yeah,
Hi,
it's
welcome back to the
episodes in.
show. We hope you're listening.
Yeah, we're episodes in, honey. We have been rating you and giving the people good content about your company. Where's our money? Money, honey, loyalties, honey. We ain't calling your name out for free, girl. Give us the
Hell, I'll take a £5 discount card. Give me something. Matalan, we'll be in touch.
We'll
anyway,
be in
Nick,
touch.
you got any announcements?
I have no special announcement. Yes, I do have one. I want to say hi to Charlene. Charlene, if you're listening, I know you're a fan. Charlene is the hairdresser that works in my black barbershop, and
Nice.
she has just decided she started selling her own hair products, that she'll have her own Instagram in the coming week, but she does hair. And so if anyone up north ever needs like the hair cornrowed or combed out or anything, Charlene is a person. And she will have her Instagram fairly very soon. But she just wanted to wants a little shout out because I was sitting in the shop getting my haircut the other day, and she was like, Nick, in her very strong like Jamaican British accent, she's like, Nicholas, I have been listening to you on the 802, you know, girl. And I was like, oh, have you? And she was like, yes. She's like, hey, Dottie, you and Dan are Dottie. And I was like, oh, we know. So we have fans. So she has now called us the Dottie Girls of the 802. So we will run with the Dottie Girls for now.
We like it. Well, this is funny because my shout out this week, I actually have two, but the first one's very similar. So I just want to shout out, it's a new hair product brand. It's called Bio, BYOH. You can find them on Instagram at bio_London. So if anybody is in London, is looking for some upcoming black-owned, black hair-focused products, check out Bio, find them on Instagram. We'll share them on the story as well. That's coming very soon. We're very excited for that. My curls are excited for that because, honey, they are dry right now. These products are not doing anything for me, so I'm waiting for Bio to hit so I can just like be good and glossy and sheened up and ready to go and hit the streets for what is essentially autumn soon.
Oh God, I know.
Very
I know.
soon.
So apart from that's give me a second. I just realized I am. What? Can you tell me why there's a fucking bee on my shoulder? Daniel, continue. I just can't. Why am I being? You know what? Excuse me. Why is every single time I open this goddamn window a bug's life just running? Honey, this is not a fucking safari. Oh. Go on.
Got a Disney Pixar movie going on in there, don't you?
Clearly. Attacked.
Although, actually, the sort of running theme of our show is being attacked by bugs. Like, you last week were dealing with, like, wasps, wasn't it?
Oh
last
my
week?
God,
And
yeah,
then
it was. It was.
There was
a
that
mess.
one week where the fly was essentially the co-host with us.
So-
one day when we're in a studio, we won't have these problems.
One day. So what's
know.
your second announcement of the eve of the afternoon?
Oh, yeah. So this is just out to a podcast that I discovered this week that I've been listening to. It's called You're Wrong About, where essentially they go through like interesting stories where people have these like ideas of what happened, and then people who are like in the know actually tell you like what happened to everything. So I just listened to their Courtney Love episode, which was about how like Courtney Love didn't actually kill Kurt Cobain, like it was very obviously a suicide. They have a really interesting one about, did you see that when everyone was online, not everyone, but there was like conspiracy theorists online thinking that you could buy sex trafficked children on Wayfair?
Yeah, apparently.
Because there were like those really expensive cabinets, and they had like names of like, they had like human names, and people were like, oh my God, it's sex trafficking. And they have one that like debunks that. They go through all the numbers of like sex trafficking, like here's the actual facts about what's happening, which is really interesting. And that one I really appreciated because I was like, I can get into some conspiracy theories, but the Wayfair one really stressed me out because I'm like, if you are a sex trafficker, it would be incredibly stupid of you to sex traffic a child via Wayfair and then use the cabinets and then name the cabinet the name of the child that you're selling. That's so
Right.
stupid. That's like, let's give the criminals a little bit of credit here. Surely they're just a little bit smarter than that, which is usually where, like, I feel like most conspiracy theories fall down. Is that it's like, surely it's not this obvious.
No.
Surely
let's be
they
real.
don't want to get caught. So like, you look at it and be like, oh my god, this cabinet's called Stacy and it's for $10,000, so they're selling a girl called Stacy in it. You're like, madam, come on now.
Come on now.
Maybe they're just selling drugs or like laundering money. That's perfectly possible.
Yes,
But
not
selling a
not
child called Stacy in a cabinet,
like,
like-
on Wayfair as well.
yeah.
Good lord.
Like you're gonna log into Made.com and like try and buy a lamp, and then you're like, oh, I bought this really expensive lamp. It's coming in the mail, and then just a child turns up.
It's like, imagine going to IKEA and this
Yeah.
table is called Blue Ivy. Oh my god, blue! It's blue, guys. I bought Blue Ivy.
And then a table arrives, and I'm like, where the hell's Blue Ivy? I paid decent money.
Oh god, kill me now. Kill
Stupid. Anyway,
me
so-
now.
I'm enjoying that. So go
Oh.
and have a listen if you're into conspiracy theories getting debunked.
Awesome.
And you want to hear some people who actually know what they're talking about.
Yes. Also, while we're on the topic of good podcasts, I have recently got into the Michelle Obama podcast, and it's really good. She
Don't need no free promo from us.
She's a god amongst women. Just listen to the
She's
damn
Michelle
thing,
Obama. She got millions of listeners already.
honey.
The
but
girls
it's so
know she
good.
exists.
It's empowering. That's important. It's very empowering. As a black gay creative, she is a woman forcing me to listen to a podcast all the time.
No, we
I
love
lie,
Michelle
listen.
over here. We
We
love
love
Michelle over
her.
here.
So, Danielle, I think
Yes,
it's
love.
time for this week's Let Me Tell You Something. But I think
Oh,
I'm gonna.
I worked out a jingle.
Oh, really?
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Well, no, I'm gonna do it off the top of my head.
Oh,
Can you give me a beat? Give me a beat.
Da, 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 da. That was the beat.
I know, and what it is the jingle is just silence. No
Oh
one
my
says
God.
anything, and then the show ends. Right?
Do you want us to get cancelled? I'm leaving.
I think that's a fun. Like, no one else is doing that.
I mean, it might work. It mightn't work. We'll see. Listeners, let us know. We're still asking people to make us a promo. Like, make us a fucking jingle.
Oh,
please.
honestly, yeah. Drop us a DM if you got some vocals and can do us a little jingle for the "Let Me Tell You Something" section. 'cause
Yeah, that would
we
be
would
great.
really love that.
Yeah, well, it'd be amazing. So,
And like, we know some of you are talented. Let us know. Get
yeah,
involved.
let us know, indeed. But I feel like this week, Let Me Tell You Something belongs to you because, yeah, I know what's coming, but I'm gonna let you lead this week's Let Me Tell You
Okay.
Something because I'm
So I
ready.
had a little something on my spirit recently.
Ooh.
So first of all, actually on the Let Me Tell You Something, our little pop culture thing, we just want to say congratulations to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion
Wow.
debuting at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100,
Wow.
as it should.
Wow.
The
Wow.
just well, like, I love that song. I love both of you. Well done. Also, like, female collaborations actually destroying the year.
Right? Right.
2020.
We loved.
The only good thing about 2020 is the female collaborations that have come out from this thing. Because you got Megan and Beyonce, you got Nicki and Doja, you got Ariana and Lady Gaga, you got Megan and Cardi now. Everybody is winning. Everybody's winning.
I will tell you what's not winning, and you know I'm a massive fan. Dua and Madonna and Missy. Nope, it's a no from me. And I love Dua Lipa, but the only
Can
thing
we-
good about that song was Missy Elliott. Sorry,
Can
it is.
we?
That's the thing.
I'm about to say something that's going to get me dragged.
Go on, then.
As gay men, can we let Madonna go?
I didn't even know she was still alive until the other day. Sorry.
It was her birthday, and like, my timeline was full of happy birthday Madonna tweets, and I was like, I need to work out some of these people that I follow because we need to just Madonna hasn't been great in decades.
a while.
Madonna had a funny moment with the like bitch on Madonna, and I was like, this is some cute, ridiculous, gay,
Yeah.
campy shit, and it's
Mhm.
funny. But anything else is just she's not been good. Do you remember that Eurovision performance?
Oh
Do you remember her
God.
choking her way through that?
Uh,
And like,
Do you
and I
know-
understand as gays we like to support the pretty shit ones,
yes.
and the ones that we feel like undervalued by everybody else. But like, it's Madonna. She got enough money. Like, she did what she needed to do back in the day. Let's just let it end. Sorry, Michelle Visage. Sorry, I know you're never going to talk to me ever after saying this.
But I
But,
feel
like,
like
the
I
time
feel-
was there.
Yeah.
She's had it. Let's move on.
I feel like Madonna is like, you know, when you go to like a Botland holiday and there's like this really old lady entertaining the kids. That's how I feel she is. She gives me that's what she gives me now. Sorry, I know the
Baby,
gays are
I
gonna.
ain't never been on a Butlins holiday.
I haven't either, but I've seen it on Google and YouTube. let me live my Botland fantasy, okay? She.
Okay.
So go on. Let me have
Oh
the
yeah.
tea.
Okay. So I was on Twitter. I was on a little Twitter the other night, and I was just like having a little scroll,
Just eating
seeing,
peanuts while
you
I'm
know,
here.
it's just is everyone enjoying that little background noise then? That little ASMR moment.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm scrolling, and then I just see this one tweet from some guy I can't remember, and it's a picture. It's like a cropped picture of like a guy who's still like quite big and muscular, but like there's visible fat on top of it. And he's like, this body type is top tier. And I was like, oh, cool. I'll keep scrolling. And then I just kept seeing this tweet come up, and I was like, oh, this means the girls are chatting. This means we got to have a conversation now about people's opinions on this.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, so let's get into it. Essentially, what's happening is some guy, some white muscle gay, is like, he might be white or he might be spicy white. He's somewhere in the white to spicy white range. So it's somewhere between a mayo and an aioli, that kind of vibe. So he tweets that out, and he says like, this body type is top tier. Then some other queen clearly like goes through his liked tweets, and he's like, well, according to your likes, it's clearly not, because thing. And then I was like, okay, you got me, I'm gonna go through the likes too. So I click on them likes, and I'm scrolling through, and I'm like, white muscle gay, white muscle gay, white muscle gay, white twink, white muscle gay, white muscle gay, all the fun thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, okay, so you got a point. Then I deep dive into the argument, because you got me now. I'm interested. I deep dive into the argument. So I'm on the comments. You know how you just be on the comments looking for people saying funny shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you got your standard arguments of like, what he said was good.
Mm-hmm.
Like he finds this body attractive. Why has anybody been mad about this? And other people being like, at no point is it supported by anything else that has ever been said by anybody. Thing. So just people arguing, and it just got me thinking. But beyond the like, why you got time to go through somebody's likes, why you can't just keep scrolling, why you just like let them say what they say. There's just a few things. Number one, there's people defending it like, this guy's into like fat guys, and I was like, it kind of just feels like he is just saying it to say it so that people tell him he's saying something nice. And he's like, come on, come through, king. That's what we like. Body positivity, everything. I'm like, but if you're genuinely into like larger guys, cool. Be genuinely into larger guys.
Yeah.
But like, the guy who went through the likes is right. There's got to be some consistency in that. If you are just liking muscle queens and twinks and all that stuff, and then just out of the blue, like, this is top tier. This is the best body. And we're like, if that was top tier to you, surely that would be shown in other places. That was my first thought. Like, what are you even doing here? My second thought was, this body type you thing isn't even a fat guy. This is just a muscle guy with a bit of fat on top. He's still like big. He's still desirable. He's still sexy. He's still all that stuff. So I was like, okay, like whatever you want on that one, fine. I genuinely do not care who you're attracted to. Those aren't even the things I want to talk about. What I want to talk about, and what is stressing me out, or stressed me out that day, was how there is a bunch of you girls And I don't know where you are. I don't know who you are. I don't want to know. And frankly, I don't care. But there is a bunch of you girls that any time a white muscle gay is getting a deserved dragging, either here on Twitter or over on Instagram, I don't know if Tumblr's still a thing, but maybe on Tumblr, on Pinterest, on Friendster, on Facebook, on MySpace. Anytime a white muscle gay, and this is specifically the white muscle gays, it happens a bit with the other muscle gays as well. I won't deny that at all. But, we're going for that most privileged group here. Anytime they are getting a deserved dragging for saying something stupid, there is an army of you bitches ready to come out with your claws out and defend them to the day you die. And I do not understand it. I do not understand why you confuse your horniness for them being decent. It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, well, I understand why. It's because you're horny. And you cannot differentiate horniness from thinking that, oh, because I'm sexually attracted to that person, that must make everything they say good and decent. It does not do it. I want to know, I want you to tell me why you will spend your time and energy and your 208 characters defending somebody who A, don't care about you, B, ain't ever going to sleep with you, and C, probably does not think you are attractive or even worth their time. But because they are getting dragged now, you have decided that it's your right to it's your decision, it's your duty to come out and defend them. Why just if they get dragged and it's deserved, let them get dragged.
Damn right. Because I think anyone just in general, own it. Like you said, hey, well, this is top tier body, but then your action speaks differently. And then when you do get dragged, the bottom feeders who literally just jump on the first trial of prep coming out in their numbers, honey, go away. We don't need you. Go back.
Yeah, why are you here? Why are you here? Also, in this case, this dragon was light. This was literally just a comment of you said this thing because you wanted us to all think you're saying something decent, something a decent human being would say. And so we just, somebody went through and was I'm just seeing that this isn't consistent with the messaging. The brand is not consistent.
Exactly.
So they literally just said that. And then from that is this spurred this whole, defense thing of, he can be attracted to who he's attracted to. Ain't nobody saying he wasn't, girl. What we're just saying is nothing you have said in the past that is, demonstrable to anybody shows that this is something you agree with, which makes us all think you are just saying this so that these people will come out and be like, oh my god, what a king, what an inclusive king, hooray, thank you for thinking of the fat people as also worthy, because we must all have the worthiness of this muscle gay. It doesn't make any sense to me why you just be we give, as this is specifically for gay men, I'm just speaking from a gay man's perspective here. We as a group give so much lenience and leeway to people who we think are conventionally attractive that it does not matter what they do or how far they push it. They will still have a group of supporters who will be there, literally claws out, knives out, ready to go. They essentially have stands. And they just have horny stands. You know, what's the porn girl who's always saying something fucking stupid? Is he called that? Billy?
Yeah, her. Canberra. Yeah.
Billy is something. I do not care. Do you know the one who pretended she was in hospital because of all the hate?
That
thing.
mess.
And you that her. Full mess. And you see those moments and you're just oh, yeah, I mean, you're getting dragged because you're being a racist. You're literally being racist or transphobic or some kind of awful that you've decided to be. And yes, you're getting dragged. And then underneath it, there are just people you have the right to say whatever you want. You don't need to apologize for this. Da, da, da. First of all, bitch, if you ain't part of the offended party, if somebody is being racist or transphobic or misogynistic or fatphobic or femphobic or any other the stupid, awful things that people can be, if you are not part of that group, you do not get to speak on behalf of that group for how that person can make amends with them. Okay, so you don't get to decide if they need to apologize. You don't get to decide when they apologize, if the people have to accept their apology, and you don't get to tell the people who are offended that they move on. That is a choice for them to make. And yes, if somebody apologizes, you don't have to accept that apology if you don't want to. If you don't want to fuck with them no more, you can choose not to fuck with them no more and leave it at that. Okay, you do, and then you do not need to have all these people come back and be like, "Oh, they apologized. Everyone should just move on. You should just support them now." What if I don't want to support them? What if I don't accept their apology because it's part of a regular pattern of behavior that I'm like, "Oh, you're just gonna come back and do some dumb shit again, so I just don't want to fuck with you. Leave me alone. Calm down on your horny and understand that you being attracted to that person ain't mean shit to that person being decent or that person saying decent stuff and genuinely meaning it. Okay, calm down, put your dick away. Actually, don't even put your dick away. Probably just whack one out. It will probably be helpful in this scenario. Before you come to the defense of some dumb hot person, let them be dumb. They'll still be hot. You can still be attracted to them. You can still pull the patch all night long to them. But just shush. 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 Okay? There are some times where I'm like, this dragon doesn't seem deserved. And people are just kind of coming out the side of their neck for you because you like are conventionally all this stuff, and like you kind of you just muscles, and people just assume muscles to be dumb, and sometimes they be dumb and be doing dumb stuff, like the Mykonos girls. Oh my god.
Oh god. Right. You know I want to get into this tea because
Go on.
I am hot and ready. Right. So let me tell you something. Right. These cackle of I don't even know what to call them. You know, like when you go, when Top Man has a sale. And there's only the same style shirts in one rack in the same medium size. These.
Like the H&M Basics range.
Yes. These are the gays that went to Greece. Now, the problem is it's not about the individuals going to Greece. That wasn't the tea. The tea was the fact that a couple years prior, he had some awfully nasty things to say about Black gays and Black Lives Matter. And of course, the Twitter fucking gays came out in their fucking numbers. And guess what? We loved to see it. Why? Because when there's a dragging that is a dragging for everything that they've done wrong, we love to see it. Because you're out there going to Mykonos and you think, oh, look at me, we're living best life. So there's no social distancing whatsoever. It's the same group. It doesn't even look like a group that even thinks about inclusivity whatsoever. And then when you see the comments, and then he jump out on Twitter and goes, I am shocked, yada, about people bullying me, yada, yada, yada. And every single comment in those tweets is, this you, this you, this you, this you. And every this you was him with his horribly racist comments that was made from going back 2014 to now. And the last one is when he was like, I'm using black emojis now, so obviously I'm ghetto. Excuse me? Sorry?
What?
Ma'am? Did you not see this?
You're using people who use the brown emojis and aren't brown. I need to get into that brain. I need to understand why you stop doing that. Just
Do you know what was the worst thing about it all? There was a tweet he made that was terrible. And it was basically, what a lovely shade of ghetto mahogany you've gone. Your new name should be Laquanda. Sorry, Karen Stewart. It's not my fucking fault. You know what? Let me just put my phone down real quick. Let me just think really. Let me just think perfectly. You cannot make comments like those. Yes, it might have been from a couple years ago. We get it. But now we're in a pandemic and you're going on then. You know what?
The holiday thing. If you're going traveling, you're not told you can't go traveling. So you're gonna do what you're gonna do, and whatever. Be safe. Think about the people who are out there, if you can. The issue is, for some reason, I know the reason. It's because when you are a white gay, and specifically, and it's not all of them, but enough for it to be a problem, a white muscle gay, you are still an attractive white man, and it seeps in. It seeps into the thing. And not only are you that, they also form these almost like exclusive clubs where in order to be part of it, in order to be friends, you have to look exactly like them. Like exactly like them. You have to like the diet has to be right. The exercise has to be right. You have to be between 5'6" and 6'2". Any like you gotta hit every number's gotta be exactly the same. And it's like first, like why we get it, like it also ties into the clone fuckery we were talking about the other week.
Yes,
Where,
exactly.
like you only want to surround yourself with people you're attracted to for whatever reason. I'm like, fair enough, you want attractive friends, have attractive friends, but why are you only attracted to you? Why is there no difference here? Why is nobody different? I don't say, oh, we are different. Some of us are blonde, some of us have dark hair. Like, girl, you live in London. You live in one of the most diverse cities in the world with one of the most diverse queer populations in the world. And you can't reach out and find some people who don't look exactly like you to have a good ass time with and to laugh and to chuckle and to like learn stories from and open your mind up. And do not tell me that you fuck people of different colors and that counts, okay? I don't care what you put your dick into or what color the dick that goes into you is. If you are not hanging out with those people, if you don't consider those people your friends, if you aren't considering going on holiday with those people, you do not have a diverse group of people. You just like sex with that kind of person.
Amen. And that's
and
the
I
key.
promise you again that everybody they will be in some sort of body shape or whatever. Every single thing. It doesn't make any sense to me as somebody who like has a fairly diverse group of friends from a bunch of different backgrounds. Why you just deny yourself the ability and like the like interest of experiencing people from different backgrounds who are different from you? Why are you so obsessed with yourself and just yourself that everyone you know in your life has to be you again, but with a slight variation? It's like they went on the Skyrim character creator, clicked like Nord or Imperial, and then just moved one dial each time when they created a new one, just so it was ever so slightly different, but exactly the same. And then you want us to just effortlessly support you constantly throughout every single thing that you do. That people will fall for it, and any time that you are getting deservedly dragged for just existing within a group of people that are like you again, the horde comes out in order to defend you because they are horny for you, because the world tells you have to be horny for this kind of person. And they don't know that they look stupid. And I am here to tell you, honey, you look dumb. Stop doing it. You can like every single one of this person's pictures. You can want to look like them as much as you want. That ain't no problem for me. But once you come out and you start fighting on their behalf when they ain't asked you or paid you, when you start like coming for people who are ever rightfully saying there are some problems with what you are saying and what you are doing, and you come out, they could do what they want. Don't listen to them. You don't need to apologize. Everyone just takes things far too seriously. Ha 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 ha. You look dumb. Stop it.
And that's this week's Let Me Tell You Something.
Girls.
Oh, we love it.
Come on.
We love to see them being dragged.
Although, I to say all of that, I like once the serotonin comes back, I'm gonna be in the gym getting myself to body position.
We know.
You lot better come out the woodwork and fight for me on it, because I might not like that you do it, but I do like the defense angle. Okay?
I love it.
The body goals here is to get a body that is so fucking tight that you bitches will be dumb online for me without me even asking.
I love it. I love it. So I think we have something for the people this week? Do we have a guest? I think so.
We may have a little guest.
We might have a little guest.
We might have a little guest for you.
I wonder if they're ready for a guest this week. You know what? Yeah, you're just gonna fucking have it. We have a guest this week, and